Video of software engineering, and in this particular video we will see MCQs of unit number 2, which is issue in software design. So this is the 9 plus CGP MCQ series, and this series will go till your interim exam. So make sure to subscribe the channel in order to score good CGPA. So for this video, the first question is, what is the primary goal of software design? Very fundamental question. The primary goal of software design is to develop a software with high quality and reliability. So option B will be correct. Next question, what is the modularity in system or software design? Option is the process of breaking down a system into smaller manageable components. Yeah, option A is correct. Next question, what is cohesion in software design? Guys, cohesion coupling is very important from unit number 2. So if you don't know that concept, go through an article or you can go through your PPTs. Otherwise, you can watch this video. I have discussed all the MCQs here, all the important MCQs from all the units here only. So option is the degree to which modules are independent of one another. Option B, the degree to which modules are tightly integrated and focused on a single task. Yeah, option B is correct. This is actually cohesion. Question number 4 is, what is coupling in software design? Option C is correct. The degree to which modules communicate with each other is actually coupling in software design. So option C is correct. Next question, which of the following is an example of low coupling? Option C is actually the example of low coupling, in which given is modules A and modules B have no interaction with each other. So it is actually a low coupling example. Next question, what is the primary purpose of using a layered architecture in software design? So layered architecture is used to separate, conserve and promote modularity. So option C is correct. Next question, which of the following is an example of high level coupling between software components? Option is the module directly access global variables defined in another module. No, this is not correct. A module communicates with another module through well-defined interface. It is also not correct. A module is dependent on the internal implementation of details of another module. Yeah, this is actually a high-level coupling between software components. So option C is correct. Next question, which of the following is a characteristics of a good software design? Option C is the correct. Orthogonality between components is a characteristics of a good software design. Next question, which of the following is not a characteristics of a well-designed software system? So monolithic architecture is not a characteristics of a well-designed software system. High cohesion, low coupling and orthogonality is the characteristics. Okay, so keep remember this point also. Next question, which of the following is not a benefit of modularity in software design? Option A, ease in maintenance, ease in understanding, increased coupling, reusability of components. Option C is correct. Increased coupling is not a benefit of modularity in software design. Next question, what is layering in software design? Option A is correct. The process of organizing modules into layers based on a functionality is actually layering in software design. Next question, in function-oriented software design, what is the primary focus? Option B will be correct. Breaking down the system into a smaller function is the primary focus in function-oriented software design. Next question, which diagram is used to represent the flow of data in system? So data flow diagram is used. Option C is correct here. Next question, which of the following is not represented in data flow diagram? DFD. So user interface design is not represented in the data flow diagram. Option D is correct. 16th question, in a data flow diagram, what does a rectangle represent? Rectangle actually represent a process. So option A is correct. Next question, in a data flow diagram, what does an oval represent? So oval shape actually represent external entity, sorry. So option D is correct. Next question, what is the purpose of a structure chart in software design? So the purpose of a structure chart in the software design is to represent the hierarchy of modules in a system. So option B is correct. Next question, what does a box represent in a structure chart? Very fundamental question. Box actually represent module in a structure chart. Next question, what is the primary advantage of modularity in software design? So option B is correct. Ease of maintenance is the primary advantage of modularity in software or system design. Next question, which of the following statement about coupling is true? Option B will be correct. Low coupling leads to better modularization and easier maintenance. So high cohesion and low coupling should be there for the better software or system design. High cohesion, low coupling. Keep remember this point. High cohesion should be high and coupling should be low. Okay. Next question, in function-oriented software design, what is the purpose of breaking down the system into a smaller function? Option C is correct. To improve reusability and maintainability. Next question, which of the following is not a benefit of layering in software design? Option B will be correct. Increased coupling between layers is not a benefit of layering in software design. Next question, what is the primary disadvantage of high coupling in software design? Option B will be correct. Reduced maintainability. If you use high coupling in the software design, then it will reduce the maintainability of the software. Next question, which of the following is an example of highly cohesive module? Option D will be correct. A module that performs only one specific task is an example of highly cohesive module. Next question, in a data flow diagram, what does a double line represent? So double line actually represent data store. So option D is the correct. Repositories is also represented by the double line. So in the option, if repository is given, you can also take those options. Next question, what is the main advantage of using a structure chart in software design? Options B is correct. It actually represents the hierarchy of modules in a system. Next question, in software design, what does the term granularity refers to? So granularity actually